Good morning. This is a Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Brent Apperson is out of his wheelchair. That's good to see.
That is good to see.
And
I feel like I might have to go back in it soon, though.
Well,
you know, I must say, I enjoyed coming to work this morning.
You did?
Yeah, my car actually warmed up a little bit. I'm serious. Yesterday morning when I drove to work, I was in my stocking hat and gloves, my coat with my hood on all the way to work.
Well,
but this morning it kind of felt like it warmed up a bit.
Yeah, it's better. It's only 18. Well, actually, we're at 16 below right now, which is 20 degrees better than yesterday.
That's right. Yeah, that's actually 20 degrees warmer than yesterday morning, isn't it?
I imagine Drew Gaffney's probably out in his swimsuit out on the back porch now since it's warmed up.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Probably out there sipping on a hot coffee.
Or a hot chocolate in his bathing suit.
Oh, boy.
That's a thought.
Yikes.
Drew Gaffney, our guest from Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock. Good morning, Drew.
Morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
I tell you what, it's brisk.
It is brisk. It really is. How's our cattle producers getting along out there?
You know, I don't think anybody's going to make any buzz about it. It's tough. It's real tough. We just got a lot of prayers out for all the guys out there fighting the weather, and just hope that everybody stays safe and just know that there's better days ahead.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I do know it is cold, because I saw something yesterday that I'd never see.
What was that?
I saw Butch McGinn wearing a Donald Trump 2020 stocking cap.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how cold it is.
Wow.
That is cold.
I bet his right ear stayed warm at least.
I'm sure mine will after this call.
Yeah, both your ears are going to be warm. Oh, boy, Drew. It's always good to have you on. Tell us what's happened at the livestock barns and what's coming up, if you would, please.
All right, last week we had two big sales. We had a way up in calf and yearling sale in Broken Bow. I got a calf and yearling sale and way up sale there in Burwell. And had two really big runs. And I'll just tell you how it operated there. And the web market, that web market just continues to get stronger. And we call that bleeding 5 or 6 higher again this week. And those higher yielding cows were 68.5 to 74.5. Next cut was 62 cents to 67 cents. Quarter cows are 53 to 59. Heiferettes are 78 to 95, and the bulls are 89 to 96.5. And I'll tell you what, guys, I've been talking to a couple buyers and represent some of those cow packers, and I think this thing is going to get pretty smoky this week on the web. So if you got some of them to get rid of, might be a good time. We're going to have guys around the barn all day Wednesday if you'd like to bring them in Wednesday and not have to fight Thursday morning. Then we got in the steer and heifer division there in Broken Bow on Thursday, and this is kind of how they operated there. I had some 400-pound steers bring $1.99. We had some 537-pound steers bring $1.83. We had some 574-pound steers bring $1.70. We had some 864-pound steers bring $1.38 and a quarter. Then we got in the heifer division, we had some 436-pound heifers bring $1.67 and a half. And we had some 572-pound heifers bring $1.57. We had some 440-pound heifers at $1.64. And we had some 800-pound heifers bring $1.28 and a quarter. Then on Burwell, They're on the 12th. I had a big run of those calves. A lot of nice replacement heifers. Just how we kind of got along in Burwell. We have some 483-pound steers, bring $1.85. Had some 636-pound steers at $1.57. Had some 660-pound steers at $1.48.50, and had some 820-pound steers at $1.39.75. And in the heifer division, we had some 443-pound heifers bring $1.68. We had some 495-pound Char Cross heifers bring $1.57. We had some 700-pound pretty fancy black heifers bring $1.72. Had some 797-pound replacement heifers bring $1.58. We had some 745-pound heifers bring $1.62. Had some 785-pound heifers bring $1.45.5. And then we had some Char Cross feeding heifers that weighed 870 bring $1.26. That's how we got along there in Burwell. This week, got a big day in Broken Bow there on Thursday, and then another big day there in Burwell on Friday. Going to have bred cows and some calves in Broken Bow. I'll kind of tell you what we're going to do there. First off, we got two brown Swiss Holstein cows. They're 4 and 5 years old. They've got black 1-month-old baby calves aside. They're super gentle, and they're coming from Kenny Neben. In the bred cow division, we got 20 head of black and black-white face cows. They're running age. They're weighing around that 1,200-1,300 pounds. It's a complete dispersion of black cows. Bred or Hereford bull in the calf April 1st for 60 days. They're cake broke. Complete vaccination program. They're poured, and they're coming from Derek and Shelley Clay. Then we got 13 head of black and black quality cows running age 12 years old. Bred black or Hereford calf February 15th for 60 days. Home raised, complete vaccination program. General cake broke set of cows coming from McClary Livestock. And in the calf division, we got 290 head of black and black-white face steers and heifers weighing 600 to 800 pounds. Heifers are guaranteed open and wean long time. Complete vaccination program, non-implanted from David Zimmer. And then we got 85 head of black and black-white face, a few red steers and heifers weighing 600 to 800 long time wean. Guaranteed open, complete vaccination program coming from Ken and Toby Slingsby. And we got 50 head of Red Angus steers and heifers weighing 6.5 to 7 home raised. Heifers are bangs vaccinated. Wean, complete vaccination program coming from Alvin and Inger Sherbeck. We got 50 head of Red Angus and a few black-white face steers weighing 7.5 to 800 pounds or wean. Complete vaccination program coming from Lynn and Kinsey Ryan. And we've got calves coming from the Irwin Ranch, and we got some calves coming from Derek and Shelley Clay, and then we've added to that list all week long. If you got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. Give Justin Rich a call, 308-872-1421. And before we get off, I just wanted to thank all of our employees. It was pretty brutal there last week and this week, and our employees really stuck with us and did an outstanding job. And I don't think people realize how many people and how many cogs it takes to keep the wheels running at the barn on sale day, and those guys did an excellent job.
All right, Drew. I think most people understand that it's tough. It's a job they have to pay attention to and make sure everybody gets, the cattle penned correctly and in and out correctly and all of that. But then when you have these weather conditions that we've been dealing with, and they're walking around and their boots feel like bricks, we take our hat off to them, no doubt about it.
Well, it was terrible. There's one point during the sale that I looked out back, and I thought Morris Ryan was getting pretty chilled, so I had an extra pair of gloves on. My hands were sweating. I was standing in the ring, so I took them off and offered them to Morris, but I won't tell you what he said to me.
I think we can imagine. Well, keep up the good work, and thanks for spending time with us today.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, take care. Well, I'm sure Morris was able to explain himself as to where he fit in the need of those gloves.
Yeah.
All right, it's good to have you folks along. We'll be visiting with Logan Girardin here in just a little bit. We do not have school lunch menus, of course, today. Most of the schools, not all of them, are closed. There are some 10 o'clock starts, and we'll have those for you in a little bit, along with some other changes due to the weather. So right now we're going to play the game and give you a chance to win a tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed.
All right, one more question honoring the Beatles. for you. They had several names before reaching the Beatles. Which of these was never one of their names? I would not get this. The Beatles had several names before they were the Beatles. Which of these was never one of their names?
Okay.
Your choices are the Silver Beatles, the Ladybugs, Johnny and the Moondogs, or the Nurk Twins. Before they were the Beatles, they were known by other names. Of those that we gave you, which was never one of their names? I'll give you the choices again. Okay. Silver Beatles, the Ladybugs, Johnny and the Moondogs, and the Nurk Twins. They were actually known as 3 of those 4 before they were the Beatles. Mm-hmm. Which one were they never known as? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
7 days a week, when you're looking for a home-cooked meal, look no further than the Tumbleweed Cafe on East Highway 2. They feature daily lunch specials that are a great pick-me-up in the middle of your day. Don't forget, you can order online and pick up too, or make use of their handy drive-thru for extra fast, home-style food. They love serving Central Nebraska with the classics, from burgers and fries to chicken fried steak and pies, at the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Well, no surprise, we didn't get a call on that one. What's the answer, Brent?
Well, the answer is the Ladybugs.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, so apparently they were at one time known as the Silver Beatles, known as Johnny and the Moondogs.
John Lennon.
And apparently the Nurk Twins.
Nurk Twins.
Was one of their names at one time.
Wow.
So there you go.
Pretty deep there. We'll try another question tomorrow for you. We'll be right back after these words.
Everyone loves winter. Your car door is frozen shut, it takes 10 minutes to regain feeling in your extremities after going outside, and you just wiped out on a patch of ice. While Runza can't make it any warmer, we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Every Tuesday in January and February, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy medium fries and a drink. Because Runza makes it all better.
Runza's Temperature Tuesday reading is 0 degrees. That means your original Runza sandwich is free today when you purchase a medium fry and medium drink today only at Runza.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith, the Palmer Monument Company. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, we are giving you one more reason, our annual winter sale. Come and see us today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off our already reduced prices. Our goal is to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs, and will save you money too, during the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow in Lexington.
Coming up next, we'll bring you postponements and changes due to the weather, and we'll of course, thank our sponsors during that period of time. So that's all coming up next. Take a listen to these great sponsors. The report's on the way. When you're stranded or in a tough spot, call Hunter's Towing and Repair. They serve Broken Bow, Custer County, and beyond with 24-hour towing and recovery, lockout service, jump starts, portable welding and fabrication, fuel delivery, spare tire changes, and motorcycle towing. Hunter does it all. Available 24/7 at 308-870-1983 or visit hunterstowingrepair.com to learn more about Hunter's Towing and Repair based in Berwyn.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
When our cars and trucks hit that nasty patch of ice in the winter, there's not much we can do. You can control what you do with that damage, though. If it's a smash, crash, smack, ding, dent, scratch, or a tap, Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow can help. We're winter weather's #1 enemy. Just call Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow for a free estimate today. 872-6860. That's Fixed Right Auto Body at 872-6860.
You're listening to Central Nebraska's news source. There's changes due to the extreme cold this morning. Announcements made to you courtesy of Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body. The Tyson Fresh Meats production plant in Lexington's shift will start 2 hours late today, A shift only. The Federal Credit Union in Lexington will open up at 9 a.m. Thedford Public Schools late start 10 a.m., no morning preschool. Sumner Eddyville Miller Schools closed today. Stapleton Public Schools starting at 10 a.m., buses running accordingly. The Sargent Public Schools are closed today. Sargent Community Center is open for those who need to warm up. The Sandhills Public Schools starting at 10 a.m. today, buses running accordingly. Overton Public Schools with the 10 o'clock start. The Ord Public Schools are closed today. Nebraska Plastics in Cozad will reevaluate today depending on power supply. Loup County Schools in Taylor are closed. Litchfield is closed. Lexington Public Schools is closed. The Lexington Head Start closed today. Lexington Grand Generation closed today, no Meals on Wheels. The Lexington Area Christian Women's Connection closed today. Grace Lutheran Preschool in Lexington, no preschool, and they will resume classes on Tuesday the 23rd. Gothenburg Senior Center closed today, no home delivery or curbside. Gothenburg Public Schools closed. They're closed at the Head Start in Cozad. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center closed today, no home delivery. Cozad City Schools are closed. The City of Broken Bow asks that you reduce your power usage in all ways. They are continuing to experience power outages and power needed to be reduced so that they can keep those breakers open here in the City of Broken Bow. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership and Broken Bow rescheduled their commodities dispersal to February 23rd. The Cedar Top Ranch in Burwell's bull sale rescheduled to Thursday, February 25th. The Callaway schools are closed. Burwell schools are closed. Broken Bow Public Schools are closed. They will have their basketball games as scheduled. Arnold Public Schools, Arcadia Public Schools, Ansley Schools, and Anselmo Schools are closed today. And that are the changes that have been made due to the weather, brought to you by Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
Custer Public Power and Nebraska Public Power District are asking their customers to voluntarily conserve energy. This will help mitigate the risk of potential widespread and longer-lasting outages. You can help by turning your thermostat to 68 degrees and lower at night, closing shades and blinds to reduce heat loss through windows, unplugging non-essential lights and appliances, computers and printers, and more. Custer Public Power thanks you for your help in reducing energy use during these frigid temperatures.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber hopes you stop by to talk to them about your dream project. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
It is about 11 minutes before the hour, and we have Logan on the line. Good morning, Logan with Aeroseed.
Good morning.
Are you warm?
I am.
Good. That's good to hear. Are you going to stay warm?
I'm going to try.
Yeah. Having some past experience with warehouses with sacks of product in them when I was a young man, there was nothing hotter than the inside of a feed store and nothing colder than the inside of a feed store. It just seemed like that product would, I don't know, the cement was cold on your feet and it was just extra cold inside. Sometimes it was warmer outside than it was inside. So your guys, we'll take our hats off to your crew right now.
Yeah, our warehouse crew it's top notch. Those guys are out working. They're out there this morning when it's 12 below or whatever ridiculous temperature it is,
mm-hmm.
and they're plugging right away so we can get you, get your seed needs fulfilled for 2021.
Yep, that's a day-to-day job, even when it's nasty like this and hot in the summer. So We appreciate their work, and I know you have a great crew and do as well. So where are we at on, are the windows closed yet on some of the deals you've been talking about?
Nope, we've still got the alfalfa prepaid discount going on until March 10th.
March 10th. All right, good. And we talked a little bit about alfalfa last time, kind of in depth on that, how important it is to get good quality when you make that kind of investment. So I'm sure you're still feeling the same way about that.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, what else do you have on your mind this morning, Logan, besides cold weather?
I want to ask both you and Brent a question real quick.
Sure.
Do you guys like pineapple on your pizza?
No.
No.
Okay. Have you ever had Hawaiian pizza?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay. Well, if you ever get, ambitious and make a Hawaiian pizza, don't do what I did.
Ooh.
So basically my version of a Hawaiian pizza is just Canadian bacon and pineapple.
Sure.
Except I put it in the oven and I burnt it really bad. I probably should have cooked it on a low-hot temperature.
I'm going to have a drink of coffee on that.
A low-hot temperature. I like that. I like the ones that you do where I'm kind of guessing what the punchline is, and then I don't really know where you're going with it, and then boom, the zinger right at the end. That was a good one, Logan.
Yeah, you betcha.
I give that a thumbs up.
The reason I, chose that one this morning with the low hot temperature is when it's really cold outside. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys' hands are like mine, but they're the first thing that gets cold.
Yeah.
We've got all sorts of gloves here at Aeroseed that are heavy duty and insulated. Mm-hmm. They keep your hands super toasty. Like, I was out yesterday when it was, probably not wise to be outside, and had my leather gloves on, my insulated leather gloves on, and my hands actually got sweaty.
Oh, that's good. Logan, this is what I have found out about gloves now. It seemed like when I was growing up as a kid, especially the leather gloves, you'd buy a pair, you'd get your hands in, but they were so stiff that you couldn't move your hands or your fingers. But the leather gloves now, not only do they keep your hands warm, but you've got mobility with them too, which I think is nice.
Yep, that's just it. I agree with you, and it wasn't that long ago that you were a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard you're sitting in a wheelchair now. Mobility might be an issue.
That is very true.
Gloves, even when I was growing up, you put a pair of leather gloves on and you might as well had them dipped in ice and couldn't move them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. The leather these days is conditioned, so it's it's nice and pliable, nice and flexible, and almost already worn in. Mm-hmm. So, but we've got all sorts of leather gloves. Like I said, we've got the insulated ones that'll keep your hands nice and warm. But we've also got uninsulated ones. We've got some women's sizes. We've got a whole assortment of gloves.
Do you have?
And there's no better time to have a good pair of gloves than right now.
Yeah, and it's good to have obviously more than one. I mean, when you have a pair that you can just throw in the pickup or something. So let's face it, it's easy to lose a pair of gloves sometimes. You're working somewhere, you lay them down, and the next thing you know, you walk off without them. So to have more than one pair is a pretty good idea.
It is. I'm guilty of that. I know for a fact I've set at least one glove on my tailgate or on the roof of my truck when I was getting in, and happened to drive off, and then I have like 3 left-hand gloves and 1 right-hand glove.
I think we've all been there.
So
if you're desperate, you wear it upside down, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yes, it is good to have an extra pair. It's also good with these cold temperatures to have a spare flashlight in your vehicle.
Good point.
I know with the rolling power outages, because the whole country is cold, not just us, but Texas and Louisiana and Oklahoma and all the southern states included. With those rolling blackouts happening, I don't know if you guys absolutely hate being in the dark, but I do, especially at home. It's just an inconvenience. But if you have a good flashlight, it's not going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got all sorts of good flashlights as well. So we can illuminate your path, whether that's the path to the fridge from the recliner, or maybe you got to go downstairs and check on the furnace.
Yeah,
we can illuminate your way.
It's a good way of putting it.
And Logan, on your flashlights, you have several different sizes and kinds that fit all kinds of different things that you need it for. Like you said, if you lose power in the house, obviously you don't need a big spotlight. But if you're out checking cattle or something, you need one that shines light a little bit further.
Exactly. Yep. And we've got just that. We've got ones that they are super bright for a long distance, or we've got just a little, almost a pocket size flashlight that would be perfect for in your house.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing that we've got, speaking of calving, is rechargeable headlamps.
Oh boy, that'd be big.
So these little suckers are 400 lumen, so they're bright, and they might weigh an ounce, maybe.
Jeez.
They're just little guys, but they are, like I said, they are rechargeable, and they are super bright. And I've been around a lot of guys calving before, and the one thing that you need when you're calving is hands-free.
Definitely.
And with a headlamp, you can have hands-free and still have light to see what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, and the faster you can get that taken care of, the better everyone is, including the baby calf, the mother, and the guy helping out. So, if you can see and get it done, that's a big deal.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And with that, our bigger flashlights do have a magnetic base. So that, that could help you out going hands-free. But even though it's got a magnetic base, you're still going to be limited on where you can be hands-free at.
Mm-hmm. Do those have any sort of swivel head on them, Logan, or would that be something you would use maybe with the magnetic part on your tailgate and shine it towards where you're working?
Yep, they don't have a swivel head on them. They just have that magnetic base.
All right. Well, you can kind of direct them that way.
Yep. These headlamps that we've got, though, the cool thing with those is you can actually take the band off of it and use it just as a clip light on the bill of your hat.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very versatile little piece of necessary equipment.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, very important. Gloves to keep your hands warm, and lights so you can see what you're doing, either in the home, shop, out in the pasture, calving, and just for safety reasons for people traveling in their cars. Have one of those in the glove box and ready to go in case you get stalled or something like that. Need to get out and check a tire. That's all good, Logan. You're pretty well supplied there and stocked up?
We are.
Okay. All right. Very good. I hope you have better luck next time with your pizza.
I do too. That was kind of a kick in the shorts to, go through all that and still burn the pizza.
I'm kind of with Brent though. I never have gotten my head around pineapple on pizza, but
it just doesn't work.
Especially if you overcook it, right?
especially if you overcook it. It's those Hawaiian pizzas. It's all about cooking them on a low temperature.
Thank you, Logan.
Have a good one.
Take care, man. All right. 8:22. It's news time.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPVN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. An Arctic storm has spawned deadly tornadoes that ripped through the southeast. At least 3 people were killed in Brunswick County, South Carolina. LaTanya Craddock's home was heavily damaged in Early County, Georgia.
To go outside and see the damage, so it was devastating.
They're dealing with near zero temperatures in Texas. Austin Mayor Steve Adler tells CBS.
It is cold and icy, and we're not used to this. Single-digit temperatures with the wind chill factor, we've gotten to below zero. We have a couple 100,000 people that are without power.
They scrambled to save COVID vaccine doses at Houston Methodist Hospital.
We were able to get these vaccines that needed to be utilized very quickly into arms and not waste them.
Health experts are worried about a new rise in cases. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
These new variants are more infectious. It takes fewer numbers of particles to create a symptomatic person with COVID-19.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here was a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. While there are lots of names tied to the GOP's 2022 governor's race, one name carries more weight than most, if not all the others. According to several party insiders, that's Senator Deb Fischer. It's widely believed Fischer, who served 2 terms in the legislature before winning her 2012 Senate race and re-election in 2018, is seriously considering a return to Lincoln, this time to governor's mansion. Fisher's decision, so far no official comment from Team Fisher, arguably made more intriguing by her Saturday vote to acquit former President Donald Trump of inciting the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. Following her vote, Fisher issued the following statement, quote, "It remains true that Congress simply does not have the constitutional authority to impeach a former president, and rather than take its time to hold hearings and assess all evidence, the House had a rushed impeachment process that denied President Trump due process. Accordingly, I voted to acquit President Trump. It is now time to come together and move forward," end quote. Jane Cleve, the head of the Nebraska Democratic Party, immediately called Fisher a coward who did as she was told. As for Fisher's future, Cleve added this, quote, "Senator Fisher wants to run for governor in 2022, and there is no question that Nebraskans will remember that she continues to stand with Trump even as he incited a deadly mob that killed a police officer." If Fisher decides to run for governor, others said to be considering the race will likely stay home. High on that list of possible candidates for governor is 2nd District Congressman Don Bacon.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA, the Jazz beat the 76ers 134-123 in a battle of best in the West versus best in the East. Utah's now a league best 23-5. They've won 19 of 20. Jordan Clarkson led them with 40 points. Ben Simmons had 42 points in the loss to Philadelphia. Nets beat the Kings 136-125. Kyrie Irving, 40 points. James Harden, a triple-double, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 14 assists for Brooklyn. Clippers beat the Heat 125-118 without stars Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, who were injured. Wizards over the Rockets 131-119. Overtime for the Bulls to beat the Pacers 120-112. Warriors took down the Cavaliers 129-98, and the Knicks over the Hawks 123-112. NBA news: Lakers star Anthony Davis will be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks with a calf strain. Reports are he's out until at least the All-Star break. College basketball: number 16 Florida State beat number 7 Virginia 81-60, and in tennis at the Australian Open, American Serena Williams won her quarterfinal match in straight sets over Simona Halep.
Here's your Weatherology Forecast. For today, a wind chill warning early on becomes a wind chill advisory this afternoon. For today, becoming mostly cloudy with high temperatures near 2 above zero. Then for tonight, slight chance for some light snow showers in the evening, a low of 11 below. On your Wednesday, becoming partly sunny with upper teens for high temperatures. And then for your Thursday, lots of sunshine, working up to 23. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
It is now 14 below zero, and you would think, hey, that's better. We've come up from an overnight low of 20 below, so we have improved 6 degrees as far as the temperature goes, but the winds out of the southeast are now at 5 to 10, so your wind chill is right around 30 to 35 below zero right now. So even though we're gaining some grounds as far as the actual temperature goes, as predicted, those southeast winds are beginning to pick up a little bit, so we'll still be under that wind chill warning till at least noon today. Barometric pressure steady now at 29.92, humidity at 74%. Our high yesterday was 2 below zero with an overnight low of 20 below zero. Sunset today at 6:13, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:31, and we have received 56 hundredths precipitation. Again, that wind chill warning in effect until noon today unless they extend that. Hopefully that temperature will get up high enough to kind of balance things out, but it will be uncomfortable out there. So if you have to be outside, stay dressed very warmly, don't overexert yourself, and we'll be talking to you early tomorrow morning that way without somebody getting hurt. So let's try that. Now also, Brent, we should talk a little bit here for a moment about, in fact, we can play Jeremy's statement about the general power lack of power. I think most people now understand, never thought about it too much probably, but we've heard Rick Nelson for years talking about the Southern Power Pool. Mm-hmm. And we have Texas, you just heard this morning, with below zero wind chills, ice and snow. Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas, tornado that took the lives of 3 people, I believe it was last night. So the weather to the south of us, normally they're laughing because they're in the 70s and 60s, and that's not the case. And so this demand for power is, north to south. And so therefore they ask us, MPPD and Custer Public Power ask us to conserve, not use the oven, maybe use a crock pot, make sure those shades are pulled on the window to keep that cold out, turn your thermostat down, put on an extra sweater in the house. Do whatever you can to help out because it's a combined effort to make this happen, and there are some rollout outages going on, and you may be notified that you'll be losing power along the way for a certain amount of time. So expect anything yet today, and then hopefully maybe when we get into tomorrow, it'll warm up down there a little bit, and we'll all be in better shape. Then on the city level, here in Broken Bow, they're asking folks to do the same because they were kicking breakers yesterday and people were having some outages here in Broken Bow, and that may be the case in some of our other communities as well. So it's just a general plea for us to kind of crank things back a little bit, unplug those computers, those things you have plugged in all the time that you leave plugged in. It all really adds up, I think.
Yeah, and it's so easy to just not think of or lose track of the ripple effect on things like this. And we were reminded of that yesterday with, you just don't think of, what's happening in, say, Texas or, some of the more southern states affecting what's happening here.
Right.
But it can, and we were all reminded of that yesterday and still reminded of that.
Yeah. And by the way, one of the things that we're tempted to do is maybe rush and hook up a generator in case you do have an outage. That is highly unrecommended, not recommended by the power providers. You want to kind of get yourself squared away and get set up for next time, but you want to have a licensed electrician that knows what they're doing hook up that generator for you, because you need a throw switch and some different things. If you don't have that, you just don't want to, hook it up to your house and think maybe everything's going to be A-okay. It can cause some real damages all the way to fire. So keep that in mind. We checked our generator yesterday, and we just had it serviced this fall, not all that long ago. And I got to thinking yesterday, at 35 below zero, we might want to check that, because if we get one of those outages that they're talking about, we want that generator to start up. Well, 35 below zero, we'll test a battery that's maybe a year or two old.
Oh, yeah.
And yesterday, the battery could not turn the motor over, and so we went and got a new battery, and I'm pretty sure now it will start. So if you are under, this is just an example of maybe trying to think a little bit ahead, and I don't usually do that.
Gosh,
I'm not very, very proactive sometimes, but if you have equipment in place that is going to cover your power needs when the power goes off, you might want to test it and check it beforehand, because this kind of weather, it just makes everything break, makes things tough. Nobody knows that more than the folks out there working outside. Everything is 10 times as hard in this kind of weather than when it's 30 degrees or 25 degrees, which a lot of times we complain, it's cold, it's 20 degrees out there today is as high as we're going to get. We'll take 20 today without even questioning it.
That's right.
Don't think we're going to get it, so let's keep each other safe.
Yep.
We do have changes due to the weather on the way, and we want to thank our sponsors, and we will do that. I have one addition to the announcements that just came in. Prairie Pioneer Center will be closed today. They just called in just before 8 o'clock. Other than that, I think we're current. So right after these messages, we'll go through those postponements and cancellations again for you.
You're listening to Central Nebraska's news source. A reminder for you regarding the cold temperatures and the power situation locally, regionally, and in the central United States area. Southwest Power Pool has asked its member utilities, including Custer Public Power, to implement controlled interruptions of service to prevent further, more widespread and uncontrolled outages. These outages will be taking place for the foreseeable future and cannot be predicted. Your local utility does want to know when you have an outage, though, in case it is not related. Custer Public Power customers can call 1-888-749-2453 to report an outage. As this multi-state power emergency continues, we are being asked to conserve energy by lowering thermostats to 68 degrees, unplugging electronics not being used, shutting off lights when not in the room, using a crock pot instead of the oven, and being resourceful in conserving energy. Please stay tuned to KCNI, KBBN Radio, and SandhillsExpress.com for updates.
And again, also the City Administrator Dan Knoll with the City of Broken Bow asked that you do those same procedures to help the city out, and it may be the same in your community. So just a general request, as we mentioned. And if you do have problems with the power here in Broken Bow, the Municipal Utilities Office number is 872-6884, and the city office number is 872-5831.
Don't let winter weather and the fear of falling keep you stranded for the season. Poor balance doesn't have to be a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment from Pearson Physical Therapy, offering clinic, home, and telemedicine visits. Don't fall, give Pearson's a call at 872-5800.
8:13, your breakfast show time. Coming up, we'll have those changes due to the weather, all brought to you by some great businesses. Let's hear from some of those right now.
When you're stranded or in a tough spot, call Hunter's Towing and Repair. They serve Broken Bow, Custer County, and beyond with 24-hour towing and recovery, lockout service, jump starts, portable welding and fabrication, fuel delivery, spare tire changes, and motorcycle towing. Hunter does it all. Available 24/7 at 308-870-1983 or visit hunterstowingrepair.com to learn more about Hunter's Towing and Repair based in Berwyn.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
It happens. We slip, we slide, we run into things. When you come to a stop, don't let that damage hang out on your car. See Todd and the crew at Fixed Ride Auto Body. They'll get you back on the road with your vehicle looking awesome. Living here in central Nebraska, we battle winter weather every year. It wants to make us slip and slide and crash. Fixed Ride is here to help. Fixed Ride Auto Body, 872-6860. We're just north of the tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
You're listening to Central Nebraska's news source. There's changes due to the extreme cold this morning. Announcements made to you courtesy of Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body. The Tyson Fresh Meats production plant in Lexington's shift will start 2 hours late today, A shift only. The Federal Credit Union in Lexington will open up at 9 a.m. Thedford Public Schools late start 10 a.m., no morning preschool. Sumner Eddyville Miller Schools closed today. Stapleton Public Schools starting at 10 a.m., buses running accordingly. The Sargent Public Schools are closed today. Sargent Community Center is open for those who need to warm up. The Sandhills Public Schools starting at 10 a.m. today, buses running accordingly. Overton Public Schools with the 10 o'clock start. The Ord Public Schools are closed today. Nebraska Plastics in Cozad will reevaluate today depending on power supply. Loup County schools in Taylor are closed. Litchfield is closed. Lexington Public Schools is closed. The Lexington Head Start closed today. Lexington Grand Generation closed today, no Meals on Wheels. The Lexington Area Christian Women's Connection closed today. Grace Lutheran Preschool in Lexington, no preschool, and they will resume classes on Tuesday the 23rd. Gothenburg Senior Center closed today, no home delivery or curbside. Gothenburg Public Schools closed. They're closed at the Head Start in Cozad. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center closed today, no home delivery. Cozad City Schools are closed. The City of Broken Bow asks that you reduce your power usage in all ways. They are continuing to experience power outages and power needed to be reduced so that they can keep those breakers open here in the City of Broken Bow. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership and Broken Bow rescheduled their commodities dispersal to February 23rd. The Cedar Top Ranch in Burwell's bull sale rescheduled to Thursday, February 25th. The Callaway schools are closed. Burwell schools are closed. Broken Bow Public Schools are closed. They will have their basketball games as scheduled. Arnold Public Schools, Arcadia Public Schools, Ansley Schools, and Anselmo Schools are closed today. And that are the changes that have been made due to the weather. Brought to you by Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
Custer Public Power and Nebraska Public Power District are asking their customers to voluntarily conserve energy. This will help mitigate the risk of potential widespread and longer-lasting outages. You can help by turning your thermostat to 68 degrees and lower at night, closing shades and blinds to reduce heat loss through windows, unplugging non-essential lights and appliances, computers and printers, and more. Custer Public Power thanks you for your help in reducing energy use during these frigid temperatures.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason: their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
It is 8:19. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We appreciate that very much. A couple additions here. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow will be closed today with no meals, no deliveries. And this just in, the Foo Bar in Anselmo will not be open for noon lunch today. Those are our two latest additions to the report. Now, Brent, we expect a call from Mark Stock here this morning. We'll wait and see if that comes in. While we do that, kind of tell everybody about how you understand changes in our coverage, and I guess for that matter, changes in schedules for some of the games that were expected to be played today in girls basketball.
Yeah, we'll just kind of tell you about some of the changes that involve our broadcast schedule for girls sub-district basketball. Broken Bow girls will start play in the C110 sub-district tournament today. They did play the first game of the tournament yesterday between Ainsworth and Valentine. Ainsworth won the game 59-51. So Broken Bow will play Ainsworth today at the Indian Gym in Broken Bow. Now, understand that, Broken Bow doesn't have school today, but we're told the games will still be played. So we'll be up at the Indian Gym. They have moved the tip time for today's game. It'll be at 5 o'clock now, and we will broadcast that for you on KCNI, 1280 AM, 96.3 FM, and also on the web at KCNI1280.com. Now, we're also going to be doing coverage of the D110 sub-district tournament in Myrna, which has Anselmo Myrna playing Sandhills Valley and Ansley Litchfield against Maxwell. But because of the weather conditions, they have pushed the start of that tournament back to tomorrow.
Okay.
So the D110 sub-district tournament will start tomorrow. Now, that kind of created a bit of a scenario for us as far as broadcasting goes, because as many of you know, the state wrestling tournament actually begins tomorrow for Class D. And so the way we're going to do it is we will still provide radio coverage of the two games from the D110 sub-district in Myrna. Games will tip off at 5:30, and Anselmo Myrna will play Sandhills Valley in Game 1, followed by Ansley Litchfield against Maxwell. Because of our state wrestling coverage tomorrow, we're going to broadcast those basketball games from Myrna now on KCNI, 1280 AM, 96.3 FM, and on KCNI1280.com. The thing that we want to stress is that you'll be able to listen to the games online at KCNI1280.com and also on the free KCNI Pure Country app. Because of the time of year that we're in and because of FCC regulations, KCNI AM will be kind of dropping power throughout the early evening and will be going off the air at 8 o'clock tomorrow night before we're probably through all of the games in Myrna.
Mm-hmm.
And we also understand that 96.3 FM only goes out so far due to FCC regulations. So it'll be on the radio, but we want to stress the ability to go online if you're out of the signal of the radio broadcast, and you can listen to the games on KCNI1280.com and again on the free KCNI Pure Country app. Now, those are for the D110 sub-district games in Myrna, which are now going to be played tomorrow. So we'll broadcast those on KCNI and again on KCNI1280.com. And then Wednesday night, tomorrow, we're going to start with our live state high school wrestling coverage as Class D will be wrestling off their opening matches beginning at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. And you can listen to state wrestling on KBBN 95.3 FM and also on the web at kbbn.com. And then again, Broken Bow will play tonight in their first girls sub-district game, and that'll be against Ainsworth now at 5 o'clock. And we're just going to keep that game on KCNI. We've been promoting Broken Bow sub-district basketball on KCNI for the week, so we're just going to leave it there, and you can listen to the girls, Broken Bow and Ainsworth, tonight on KCNI. There's a lot of other sub-district tournaments going on. We encourage you to just stay in tune with your school, and if there are any changes to be made, we know that the schools have a variety of ways now to let people know about those changes. So that is kind of where we stand as far as sub-district basketball is concerned and what we'll be covering for you this week.
All right. And, of course, stay tuned. The weather's improving, so we shouldn't see any more changes. But, one never knows, and we'll try to be very flexible as we are changing things up here to get as many games covered as we can due to the moving of those ball games. Just in time. Mark Stock is on the line from Big Iron Auction Company. Let's just bring him up live here. Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic, other than I'm cold today.
Yes, you and thousands of others. Are you getting along all right?
You know, it was 22 degrees below zero at my house, and, you know, I just looked out the window, and I just don't know how the cows and, you know, how they take that. Because, you know, we got, my boys got some FFA projects and a few extra head of cows around here, and you know, you just got to feed them well, and they bedded down in some cornstalk bales last night, but by golly, they were up and walking around this morning. They made her through the night.
You know, it's amazing. You know, when you bring that up, it does amaze us how these animals out there, you know, with help, with good food and water and some bedding and shelter, how well they get through it, better than we do, I guess.
Yeah, somehow they make it work. You know, you got to keep your dogs and your cats inside, of course, because I don't think they would do that well. But those cows, they got some pretty thick hides. And you know, speaking of that, we have a big iron auction, I believe, tomorrow. There might even be a couple of them calf shelters and cow sheltering units that'll be sold. So check that out. We've got some livestock trailers and some semi-trucks and cattle pots, too, selling throughout the month of February here in Big Iron. So if you're in the market for those types of items, we've always got a great selection. We've got a lot of retirement sales. Over 2,000 items will be sold tomorrow, folks. And several retirement sales scattered throughout South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas. A real big sale in Liberal, Kansas for Hatcher Enterprises. They've got over 500 items, late model John Deere tractors. They've got four-wheel drive tractors and track tractors. They've also got a pair of S680 combines that only have like 900 separator hours on them. They've got some Peterbilt 379 day cab semi-trucks. I think there's 7 or 8 of them that are being sold, so you want to check those out as well. Just an outstanding sale for Nick and Lisa Hatcher. They are retiring, and they run a huge operation. Super nice people. Every piece of machinery they had was stored inside as well, so you don't find that every day. But go to Big Iron and check out those folks. We've got other equipment selling throughout Nebraska, several different retirement sales featuring Case IH equipment and John Deere equipment. And the best part about it is you can look at all the videos from the convenience of your warm, cozy environment. Now, I know they've been kind of shutting power off and on here last night, already this morning in a couple locations. So if you have an opportunity to scroll through equipment and you see what you like, remember to set your maximum bid right away. That way, if you do get disconnected with some power tomorrow, the computer will bid on your behalf, because we've got our servers in the cloud, and they are in various locations across North America. So if one server somehow goes down, we've tested it several times, it takes 14 seconds, and the next server picks it up and keeps everything rolling right along. So we've got all that technology in place to make sure the auction continues. But all you folks have to do is, if you have this weather situation, is just put your maximum bid in, and the computer will have that information stored, and then you'll still be participating in that item. We do want to remind everybody, too, we're listing equipment now that will be selling in the latter end of March. So if you've got items you would like to sell, even into April or May, pick up the phone and give us a call, because we'd sure like to visit with you about it. It's going to get warmer, folks. We're going to be back in the saddle again, so to speak, taking pictures and shooting video footage to get your equipment sold. We do have some land in Nebraska selling today in Madison County. That's over by Battle Creek, Nebraska. If you're looking for some investment opportunities, check that out. We've got land selling next Tuesday as well. We've also got a big ranch that's listed for sale by Llewellyn, Nebraska, in Garden County. There's 1,925 deeded acres plus a school section that's listed for sale. There's a 3,800 DEQ permitted feedlot on that same ranch, a beautiful headquarters, too, plus some help living quarters. So if you're looking to own your own ranch with feedlot facilities, there's 5 irrigation wells, 4 center pivots that are all part of that tract of land. That's by Llewellyn, Nebraska, in Garden County. And right here, we'll end up in Custer County. Don Kaiser has listed 990 plus acres of pasture that's located a little bit south of Sargent, Nebraska. It's fresh on the market as of last week. There's a little bit of crop ground on it, but the majority is all pasture, folks. And the possession is open for this year's grazing season. So get a hold of Don Kaiser for more information on this new listing that just hit the market, you can go to BigIronRealty.com and then scroll through the drop-down boxes to open up Custer County properties, and you'll see this property that is listed for sale. Don's already got some nibbles and some offers, so you need to move quickly. This is not an auction. It's a private treaty sale. But Don Kaiser says this is going to be a pretty quick mover, so please call him right away or call our toll-free number, and we'll connect you with Don, and that's 1-800-937-3558 or 1-800-887-8625. Either of those numbers will get us. That's fine. Or look up Don Kaiser, Google Don Kaiser, and his phone number will come up if you Google him as well. That's what we got going on this week, guys and gals.
All right, Mark, thanks so much. Thanks for the report. Always interesting to see what you have both nearby and afar. We appreciate your report. Thanks a lot.
Hey, no problem. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. It's 8:30. You're listening to KCNI, KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska. Real quick here, Brent, we want to talk a little bit about a fundraiser going on for Tammy Phillips. Tammy is a second-grade teacher and twin loop volleyball coach who is fighting cancer again. Second time around, so she's had her fair share of challenges, but Tammy, with our help, I think will persevere here. So let's help her. Tammy Phillips. They've set up a Facebook page for Tammy to raise money for medical expenses, travel, food, lodging, and so forth. You can visit the page and view the different ideas being shared to help Tammy out. An account has also been established at First National Bank in Sargent, and you can also donate electronically through Venmo. That information can also be found on that Facebook page we were talking about. So let's chip in and help our neighbors out here this morning. We'll take a time out. When we come back, we have a little band lined up for you, and then we'll have some more information that we're going to bring your way this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
The winter clearance continues this week at Beau Bouterie on the Square. We've marked 40% off of our winter merchandise. There's plenty of cold weather left, so you can wear your purchase now or save it for next year. Snow boots, bear paws, Nordic wraps, fashion boots, lined leggings, tights, some slippers, socks, and shoes too. Put the sandals away, it's still winter. Come save 40% with us at Beau Bouterie in Broken Bow.
Is your New Year's resolution for 2021 to focus on your financial goals? Then Bruning Bank has your back. Get custom notifications with our new alerts feature. Simply sign in to your online banking to customize the alerts that suit your needs and choose how you would prefer to receive them. It's that easy. The Bruning Bank mobile app now features Credit Sense to help you monitor your credit score as well. And with the addition of Zelle, it's never been easier to send and receive money between family and friends. Call today or visit bruningbank.com for more information. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, cattlemen. This is J.W. Simonson with Minard Simonson Angus, inviting you to our annual bull sale. February 20th, we will be offering 105 yearling bulls and one well-broke gelding. View our catalog and video at minardsimonson.com or join us on Facebook or contact myself at 308-880-0079. That's Minard Simonson Annual Bull Sale, February 20th, 1 p.m. at the ranch near Dunning, Nebraska.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then try Babbel. Text TRY to 64000 and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just text TRY to 64000 to start learning a new language today. That's TRY to 64000. TRY to 64000.
Classic music from the band Up on Cripple Creek. Couple things here that I have on my side of the room, and Brent has some other things he wants to highlight for you, but I did want to talk a little bit about the Tumbleweed Cafe this morning. I was just thinking about, again, right now, what a big old pancake with syrup and butter on it would taste like, and I believe it would taste really, really good. And there's no other place in town. I mean, there's places that serve pancakes, and they're very good, but it's hard to beat a tumbleweed pancake.
Yeah. Your mind goes to pancakes. You know what tastes good today for me? Biscuits and gravy, man.
Well, that would stick to your ribs.
Wouldn't that taste good on a cold morning?
Yeah, it sure would. All right, we're continuing now. I think the FM may be down. Are you okay over there now?
I can hear you, Dave.
Okay.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's pretty loud.
Can you hear me now?
It's pretty loud. But I got to kind of keep it loud for the audio feed to Facebook. So you can adjust it over there, can't you?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. We knew that there might be a chance that our turn would come sooner or later for a power outage, and evidently there's one up on the west table where our FM tower is. So we'll watch that for you. And looks to me like maybe it's working, but I can't tell.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when you're on the air and of course we have it's a luxury, to be honest. We have the opportunity to listen to the on-air feed that's going out over the radio. So when all of a sudden in your headphones you hear nothing but static, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that call coming in will be the little man, the little robot up at the tower going, power outage.
Power failure.
Yeah, failure. Okay, we're back up on all of our stations now.
All right, good.
So we were talking about tumbleweed and pancakes and biscuits and gravy.
Oh, yeah,
I was just
biscuits and gravy, man.
Yeah, I was going to add bacon to that just when we had that little
glitch.
There you go. Bacon alongside pancakes, maybe an egg or two if you like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds good.
It does.
You can just walk right in, sit down. They'll bring you a cup of coffee, maybe some orange juice, and you can order up some cakes and enjoy good company and a good hot home-cooked style meal at the Tumbleweed Cafe. And Carmen and the crew will take care of you. And, of course, they have lunch specials, which we announce each day on KCNI KBBN during Bon Appetit. They have evening specials. They have the Sunday buffet. They have the big room that you can rent in the back if you want to have a gathering and spread out. They can take care of that. They can feed you there as well. You can get, have all kinds of parties there. Wedding receptions, divorce parties, all of that.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Celebrate your divorce right there in the party room. Did you know the day after Thanksgiving is one of the biggest day for cheaters?
No, I can't say I knew that. No.
I didn't either until it came in on the CBS feed this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know whether they feel guilty and confess the day after Valentine's Day or exactly what, but...
Day after Valentine's Day or day after Thanksgiving? I think you said day after Thanksgiving.
I did? I'm sorry, Valentine's Day.
Okay, day after Valentine's Day is one of the most prominent days.
I don't know why I said
cheat.
Thanksgiving. What Thanksgiving have to do with it?
Well, yeah, when you said Thanksgiving, I'm like, oh, well, okay.
You got to help me out. Like lately, there's things coming out of my mouth that are not hooked to my brain. It seems to be more frequent. So,
but that still seems day after Valentine's Day. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I guess
you give them a card.
Yeah, give them a card to your
spouse,
and then
whichever one it is,
and cheat on them,
and then
tomorrow.
go cheat.
Whatever.
Well, back to the tumbleweed.
Yes. Let's go back to the tumbleweed.
You can have a divorce party or a party after Thanksgiving at the Tumbleweed Party Room.
Yes.
Oh, here.
Dave, the FM tower is calling your cell phone.
Let me accept that.
Oh, there he is. Power failure.
Yep,
this is kind of cool how we bring some of the behind-the-scenes stuff here at the radio station right to you folks live on the air.
Now,
I think that's cool.
I got to put in the code.
Okay. Do. Uh-oh, status off. That's probably not good.
I think we're okay. I think he's a little behind times. We're back up to 89%.
There you go. That's good. When you hear a number on that, that's always a good sign.
So then if you go another code.
Okay. Oh, goodbye.
There we go. Now
Thank you, robocaller.
Yeah, we could be on generated power up there. I'm not sure. Because thanks to Custer Public Power, they have this wonderful little diesel generator on the site up there, and they've been doing a lot of work to get it really operational and working real consistently. So we could be on generated power up there.
That's great.
And you folks up there may still be without power. And there'll be a little click back to online power when that happens, or maybe it was just a little bump. But that's what's going on all across the country here.
That's right.
And we're really, really lucky because we have not had a lot of bad things happen with power outages. The lines are all good. We didn't get that ice that they're showing down south. And we have pancakes from the tumbleweed, both after Thanksgiving and after Valentine's Day.
That's correct.
That was a long live read, wasn't it?
That was very long. It kind of took different rabbit trails during that live read.
Yes, it did. I could probably find that story in here about Valentine's Day. But that's kind of depressing to me.
Kind of, yeah.
I think I'll skip that one.
All right.
But I did want to update you on the Gorilla Glue situation.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, please do.
Which we follow each and every day. The saga continues. The Gorilla Glue Girl is now selling merchandise, and she gets a Hollywood agent now. She has an agent.
Brother.
Yeah, don't act like you're surprised, Brent, to hear that the Gorilla Girl is trying to make a buck off her misfortune.
Yeah, obviously.
Tessica Brown is now selling her own merch, as they call it. The 40-year-old mother who accidentally set her hair with Gorilla Glue spray now has
not accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally.
Whatever.
Oh, sure.
How do you accidentally do that? She saw Gorilla Glue, grabbed it, and sprayed it on her hair. I just have a hard time believing that was an accident.
Well,
she just purposely did it.
I'm just reading the copy here.
Well, I know you are. I'm sorry. It's just the whole thing now of benefiting financially, because, I mean, no disrespect, but that's just kind of stupid, isn't it? To spray Gorilla Glue on your hair?
Yes.
Okay.
And as you remember, she went to Beverly Hills and had a plastic surgeon. She didn't even have to do any surgery. She used a goop to get the Gorilla Glue out of the hair, and then some other combinations of mineral and something else.
Yeah.
So now she, it does say she accidentally set her hair with Gorilla Glue, but as I remember the early article, she just substituted it because she was out of hairspray. But I'm with you.
Okay.
She's now selling a line of T-shirts and hoodies.
Oh, wonderful.
And milking the dumb moment in social media. She's also signed a Hollywood agent and found her GoFundMe page has raised now $24,000. She says she'll donate most of that to a reconstructive surgery organization.
Oh, brother.
I'm sorry. Oh, God. Oh, okay. I mean, I think it's great there's reconstructive surgery organizations. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad we have them. But I'm not sure that's... I mean, could she give it to the children in the hospital or something?
I don't know.
And you wonder why we have social problems in social media and conspiracies. We'll be back with more after these words.
Get exceptional values and quality you can trust at your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, Varney Health Mart. Fish oil 1,000 milligram soft gel 60 counts, $5.99. Biotin 60 count tablets, $6.99. Cranberry Ultra Strength Tablet 30 counts are $6.99 as well. And so are CoQ10 Soft Gel 30 counts. Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason. Their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
Hi, this is Terry at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow. Make sure you check out our user-friendly website, offbroadwayapartments.com, featuring a new virtual tour that is about 3 minutes long with a voiceover. You can even connect with our residents by sending them a card. Just call us for more details, 308-872-2522. You can also check us out on Facebook, Off-Broadway, Exceptional Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow.
Even though it's not outdoor planting time, the Garden Center always has products that are great to have available year-round. Mulch not staying put? Refresh your beds with mulch from the Garden Center. And for indoor plants, they have potting soil. Succulents are great for inside, and they have them as well as decorations to brighten your home and make it feel alive. Visit them at the Garden Center, 1 block south off Highway 2, Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 5:30, and Saturday, 10 until 2. Just turn by the Tumbleweed Cafe.
10 before the hour, Dave and Brent with you to finish up on the Tumbleweed. Don't forget they're open 7 days a week. They open up early and stay open past supper time for sure, so that you can drop in and have yourself something to eat later in the afternoon and into the evening hours. And Carmen and the crew will take care of you. Also, real quick, Viera Wireless, our helper with streaming our sports. When you get the live video streams, they are a support partner in that, also helping us support the streaming of the breakfast show each and every day. Find out how they can help you. I think some of the student plans they have are a limited time, and I think maybe they're running out here in March sometime. But stop in to 841 South D Street here in Broken Bow and talk to them about it. 872-1535 is the number for the store here in Broken Bow. There's also stores in Ord, Lexington, North Platte, Kearney, other locations. The national number, if you want to find the one closest to you, the number to call is 877-484-2376, or go online and take a look. They offer internet services, phone services, and devices to go along with them. Viera Wireless. Stop in and see them soon. Tell them the breakfast show sent you. 8:52 is your time. On the other side of the obviously crazy coin, we were talking about the Gorilla Glue lady. This is another example here of what is a person thinking. Now, we talked yesterday about, maybe people who don't date people who don't like dogs if they're a dog owner. We like our animals. We like our dogs, right?
Sure.
They're our best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard when we lose them. And then we go on with life, just like, unfortunately, we have to do when we lose loved ones from our life. But a guy just left his dog $5 million.
Oh, my.
Yes. A guy in Tennessee passed away and left his entire fortune to his border collie. Entire fortune. The guy made a pile of money, did not have wife or children, so he left everything, $5 million to his dog. And he hired a caretaker for the dog, happened to be a female dog. And it says that there's a reimbursement for any reasonable monthly expenses in this program.
Mm-hmm.
The dog doesn't really know how to blow $5 million. So what happens to that? I don't think the dog is going to buy a new Jaguar or anything. So they don't seem to care about money, do they?
Well, probably not, but I don't know where Does it mention where this person is from?
Just Tennessee.
What part of, Tennessee. Well, I think it's getting cold in Tennessee. If I was the collie, I'd get a heated doghouse for sure. Be the first thing I'd get.
Or a mansion, heated mansion.
Yeah. Just think about the doghouse you could get with $5 million.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
We'll be back.
Everyone loves winter. Your car door is frozen shut, it takes 10 minutes to regain feeling in your extremities after going outside, and you just wiped out on a patch of ice. While Runza can't make it any warmer, we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Every Tuesday in January and February, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy medium fries and a drink. Because Runza makes it all better.
Runza's Temperature Tuesday reading is 0 degrees. That means your original Runza sandwich is free today when you purchase a medium fry and medium drink today only at Runza.
Geared for Sports in Broken Bow loves cookies, and right now they will share their cookies with you. Through the month of February, for every $50 purchase, you will get a box of Girl Scout cookies in support of our local Girl Scouts. Be preparing for those upcoming seasons. Time to gear up now for track, baseball, and softball. Whether you're an athlete or a fan, remember, if they don't have it, talk to Scott, and he'll try to get it for you. Geared for Sports, on the Square in Broken Bow.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
8:55. Brent and Dave with you on The Breakfast Show. Today, we'll be giving away a $25 gift card to be used at Mills Hardware in Arnold. Plan on spending some time there because they have such a wonderful store there.
Yeah,
right
they do.
along Highway 92.
A lot of variety.
You know, it's one of those stores that you go, I wonder if they have that.
And
when
they
you
probably
go,
do.
Yeah, they probably have it. And they'll take care of you. And they have participated in the Love Local promotion, and we appreciate that very much. 8:56. Next half hour, we're going to be giving away that certificate and telling you about some great businesses, some products, and some job openings. And we're also, after the news, going to run through postponements and cancellations again for you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. In the meantime, the Eagles.
million Texans lost power yesterday, meaning no heat in this frigid cold.
WREG-TV meteorologist Ted Demers from Memphis.
Wind chills this morning pretty much between 0 and -10, even showing a wind chill of -13 right now in Jonesboro. Dangerously cold.
The president flies to Milwaukee. CBS's Deborah Alfarone.
President Biden will weigh in on the pandemic and his administration's response in a televised town hall tonight. He's expected to take questions from a socially distanced audience.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
Starting with NBA news, in a battle between Eastern Conference best Philly and Western Conference leading Utah, the Jazz took down the 76ers 134-123. Utah has won 19 of its last 20 games and is an NBA best 23-5. The Nets used a 20-0 second-half run to beat the Kings 136-125. Kyrie Irving had 40 for Brooklyn, with James Harden adding a triple-double. Kevin Durant sat out the game with a mild hamstring strain. He's also expected to miss tonight's game against Phoenix. Meanwhile, the Clippers were without injured stars Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, but they still topped the Heat 125-118. Marcus Morris had a season-high 32 points, including 6 threes for L.A. And in college hoops news, Duke freshman forward and projected lottery pick Jalen Johnson is opting out of the rest of this season and will enter the NBA draft.
Here's your Weatherology Forecast. For today, a wind chill warning early on becomes a wind chill advisory this afternoon. For today, becoming mostly cloudy with high temperatures near 2 above 0. Then for tonight, slight chance for some light snow showers in the evening, a low of 11 below. On your Wednesday, becoming partly sunny with upper teens for high temperatures. And then for your Thursday, lots of sunshine, working up to 23. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
You're listening to Central Nebraska's news source. A reminder for you regarding the cold temperatures and the power situation locally, regionally, and in the central United States area. Southwest Power Pool has asked its member utilities, including Custer Public Power, to implement controlled interruptions of service to prevent further, more widespread and uncontrolled outages. These outages will be taking place for the foreseeable future and cannot be predicted. Your local utility does want to know when you have an outage, though, in case it is not related. Custer Public Power customers can call 1-888-749-2453 to report an outage. As this multi-state power emergency continues, we are being asked to conserve energy by lowering thermostats to 68 degrees, unplugging electronics not being used, shutting off lights when not in the room, using a crock pot instead of the oven, and being resourceful in conserving energy. Please stay tuned to KCNI KBBN Radio and SandhillsExpress.com for updates. News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Spring is near, and Custer Electric and Irrigation is already gearing up for all things pivots. The books have begun filling up with the mild weather, so call today to replace old sprinkler packages or schedule your pivot inspections. Schedule a pivot inspection before March 1st and receive a discounted labor rate as well as a 10% discount on all replacement parts used. Lance follows a 47-point inspection process so you can feel confident in your pivot's performance as spring planting gets underway. Now through March 1st, enjoy 10% off all inventory. Stock up on gearboxes and center drives. Try that new FieldNet product you've been wanting. Or stock up on supplies for your next electrical job. All 10% off through March 1st. Interested in NF Trax tires or FieldNet products but not sure if you want to take the plunge? They have limited availability for farm demos, so hurry and claim your demo products today. For your one-stop shop, call them at 308-880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at CusterEI.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
And currently 11 below 0. Wind chill still below 20 below currently. And as the winds pick up, that will vary and change. So that wind chill warning in effect until noon today. We are going to now bring you Postponements and Cancellations, brought to you by Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body. And I've got my list out here, and Brent has his list out here. Should we split it up?
We can, sure. Yeah.
You want to start at the top of the alphabet or at the bottom?
Well, sure. I'll start at the top.
Oh, I figured you would.
And I'll just tell you when to take over. Is that what you want me to do?
That'd be great.
All right. This is kind of as Dave mentioned, when we post these on our website, everything gets put in alphabetical order. So this will kind of be a mixture of school information and other info. I think the school information you're probably familiar with, but we'll go ahead and recap it for you here in this report. Anselmo Myrna Public Schools are closed today. Ansley Public Schools are closed today. And since we start with Anselmo Myrna and Ansley, we want to remind you that Anselmo Myrna and Ansley Litchfield will be competing in the D110 Girls Subdistrict Basketball Tournament. That tournament was supposed to start today, but because of the weather, they have pushed the start of it back to tomorrow. So Anselmo Myrna girls will play Sandhills Valley at 5:30 tomorrow at the D110 Subdistrict Basketball Tournament in Myrna. That'll be followed by Ansley Litchfield against Maxwell. Games will start at 5:30, and we will broadcast those now on KCNI, 1280 AM and 96.3 FM tomorrow. All right, other information, Arcadia Public Schools closed. Arnold is closed. Broken Bow Public Schools are closed today, but the sub-district basketball games will be played as scheduled. Broken Bow will compete in the C110 Sub-District Girls Basketball Tournament today. Broken Bow will play Ainsworth at 5. That game will be broadcast for you on KCNI, 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. And then the other game at that sub-district will be O'Neill against Ord. Other school information, Burwell Public Schools are closed. Callaway is closed. The Cedar Top Ranch in Burwell has moved their bull sale. It has been rescheduled now to Thursday, February 25th. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership commodities will be distributed now on February 23rd. City of Broken Bow continues to experience some power outage situations, so they urge all residents to reduce their power usage. Cozad City Schools are closed today. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center is closed today. No home delivery or bus service. Cozad Head Start closed. Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo, no lunch will be served today there. Gothenburg Public Schools are closed. Gothenburg Senior Center closed. No home delivery or curbside service. Grace Lutheran Preschool in Lexington closed today. Lexington Area Christian Women's Connection is closed, and, well, I should say their event has been canceled for today. Lexington Head Start closed. Lexington Public Schools are closed. Litchfield closed, and Loop City Schools are closed today. I think that's about half the list. So with more, here's David J. Burney after these words.
Thank you. When you're stranded or in a tough spot, call Hunter's Towing and Repair. They serve Broken Bow, Custer County, and beyond with 24-hour towing and recovery, lockout service, jump starts, portable welding and fabrication, fuel delivery, spare tire changes, and motorcycle towing. Hunter does it all. Available 24/7 at 308-870-1983. Or visit hunterstowingrepair.com to learn more about Hunter's Towing and Repair based in Berwyn.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
When our cars and trucks hit that nasty patch of ice in the winter, there's not much we can do. You can control what you do with that damage, though. If it's a smash, crash, smack, ding, dent, scratch, or a tap, Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow can help. We're winter weather's #1 enemy. Just call Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow for a free estimate today. 872-6860. That's Fixed Right Auto Body at 872-6860.
Custer Public Power and Nebraska Public Power District are asking their customers to voluntarily conserve energy. This will help mitigate the risk of potential widespread and longer-lasting outages. You can help by turning your thermostat to 68 degrees and lower at night, closing shades and blinds to reduce heat loss through windows, unplugging non-essential lights and appliances, computers and printers, and more. Custer Public Power thanks you for your help in reducing energy use during these frigid temperatures.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber hopes you stop by to talk to them about your dream project. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
All right, continuing with our list of changes here, Loup County Public Schools, Taylor, closed today. Nebraska Plastics in Cozad, we're kind of reevaluating things this morning. You'll probably have to check in on that. That was going to depend on power usage. Ord Public Schools are closed today, and now some changes. The Overton Public Schools are now closed today due to the power grid issue. Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow closed, no food deliveries. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning closed. Sargent Public Schools and Stapleton Public Schools are closed today. SEM closed due to the extreme cold, as is Thedford Public Schools. Federal Credit Union in Lexington was closed. They opened up this morning just about 10 minutes ago. And the Tyson Processing Center in Lexington, a 2-hour late start for A shift only. And I think that covers everything. We mentioned the Prairie Pioneer Center, I believe, and FUBAR. Those were the last two that we were aware of. Plus, they made some changes on some schools, changing their mind. So I want you at this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please. What is that?
Well, my phone all of a sudden started playing Journey Radio. So I'm sorry. You got a little Journey in the background there.
Journey Radio.
Yes.
Well, we'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
Well, I want you to listen to this next commercial very carefully.
All right, listen to it close.
Because it's going to be part of our question that we ask to the Mills Hardware store for the $25 card.
Oh, that we'll give away later today.
Yeah, so
all right.
Listen carefully.
When you are in the middle of a project, you want the tools that you pick up to be tools you can depend on. Milwaukee Tools lead the industry in durability and performance. Get yours at Mills Hardware in Arnold. They are the area's top Milwaukee dealer. They have a whopping 72 feet of Milwaukee tools and accessories. Your days of being let down by your tools are over when you choose Milwaukee Tools from Mills Hardware in Arnold. Open 8 to 6, Monday to Saturday.
All right. I hope you obtained all that information, because we'll be asking you a question a little later on about that commercial, what it was about. Also, Custer Public Power District would like everyone to know that the rolling outages have begun and are continuing in the service area, and they want to remind you to call in your outage, even though this is taking place. They want to know in case it's not a planned outage. Mm-hmm. The number is 888-749-2453. Let me give you that again. 888-749-2453. Now, these planned outages should only last about 30 minutes. So if you have one that's longer than that, then you definitely want to call. But they want you to call anyway because they want to track everything. So they're asking you to participate there. And then please continue to conserve energy any way possible during the next couple of days. Again, rolling outages are underway in Custer Public Power's territory. And call in your outages at 888-749-2453 to help continue to conserve energy. They thank you for your patience during this unprecedented circumstance, which is something I don't believe we ever recall having this problem because of the southern tier of the country. If it was just us, they would have plenty of power, but not the case. So that number again, 888-749-2453. Brent, do you have any items of interest you would like to bring up at this time?
Well, I have several. So we'll start with a couple here. Sargent Pipe Company, our friends there are looking for an office bookkeeping assistant. This is a full-time position. Duties will include answering the phone, filing and general office duties, and also serve as backup for office manager and accounts payable and accounts receivable. Some nice benefits with this position: health insurance and 401k benefits, also vacation time. You can send your resume to this address: P.O. Box 627, Broken Bow 68822, or you can just swing by 114 North 1st Avenue, just north of BD in Broken Bow, and drop off your resume there. To view this information on the employment page, just go to sandhillsexpress.com. Sergeant Pipe is an equal opportunity employer. Also, with the cold weather and everything, it's best to have a stocking hat. I'm here to tell you, okay? Sometimes, the hood is nice, but it doesn't secure those ears like a stocking hat does.
Or a stocking cap with a hood over the top of it works real nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You can get one personalized. Think about that. Get your business logo on it. Put your name on it. Now, I've brought this up before. I'm telling you, when it comes to the stocking hat or a scarf or whatever, I think this is a brilliant idea. Put your name on it, your address. Because if you like me, when you walk in, you take the stocking cap off, you lay it down, and then you walk out without it.
Exactly.
It can happen. Well, if you go to Circle V Stitch and Post, Velma can just put your name and address on it, and if you leave it somewhere, someone can find it, send it back to you.
And around here, they will.
They would, yeah. So anyway, Velma can do some really neat things through her quality custom embroidery service, can put together things like your business logo on a stocking hat, ear flap beanies, headband ear warmers, regular beanies. So check it out through Circle V Stitch and Post, and of course can do things with shirts and jackets and ball caps and all of that. And if you have an event coming up that you need to get a special gift for, maybe someone in your family's having a special anniversary coming up, or you've been invited to a baby shower or a wedding, Velma can put together a really neat personalized gift for you. So check it out at Circle V Stitch and Post. Phone number to call is 872-6173 to get your creation started today. And you can also swing out to Circle V Stitch and Post, located just north of Broken Bow, out on Paulson Road.
And, of course, if you already have a garment that's of quality material, they will also personalize that for you. For instance, a hooded sweatshirt from Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they had the logo on the back already, but you could put on the front your name, I love wood.
Yes.
I bought my studs at Ansley Lumber.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, any of those things could be put on the front that Velma could help you with, but you got to get one of those Ansley Lumber sweatshirts, and here's how you do it.
Yeah, you go to Ansley Lumber, and they're located in Ansley, and they've got everything you need, folks, to get through these difficult, cold, snowy days. From ice melt on the driveway to ice and water guard for shingles, they have all the essentials. Also carry tank heaters, muck boots, stock tanks to shingles, fence posts and gloves, many window and cabinet suppliers available, and as always, they've got that premium lumber. You can get it delivered, and we encourage you to give them a call today. Also, you might be finding out it's time to do a little bit more with your insulation.
Yes, indeed.
So don't forget about their blow-in insulation machine. It's super quiet and easy to use. And when you purchase the insulation through Ansley Lumber and Supply, they'll let you use that insulation machine to blow in the insulation. Comes with the trailer to haul to the site. So stop in and see them. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and they're open on Saturdays from 8 to noon at Ansley Lumber.
And while you're there, ask how you can qualify for one of the most wonderful sweatshirts, hooded sweatshirts that you can get your hands on. And they also have caps that look like you've been working hard.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed that, especially from a lumber yard?
Yes.
You know, a lumber yard or a feed store, if you have one of those caps, it just makes you look like you're a harder worker.
Yeah, you pull
Doesn't it?
Yeah, you pull into Ansley Lumber or say Evans Feed, and they say, "How you doing, Bill?" I go, "Well, I'm doing good. Working my tail off."
Yeah.
Just look at my hat; it's tattered.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just something we think of.
But if they look and see who it is, they're going to know.
Yeah, right.
That's not the case.
Yeah. When if you don't have any gloves on, you show them your hands and they're all smooth.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you're a radio guy.
Had calluses when I was younger, but they're gone for some reason.
Yeah.
But you can wear gloves to hide that. Also, I did not realize that Craig Safranek was a fisherman.
He is?
He must be a very successful one, as they're talking about having fish and shrimp at the DQ.
Yes, shrimp is back at Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen in Broken Bow wants you to know that their shrimp basket is here again. I've had this. It's good.
Is it good?
It's very yummy. Have it with your favorites. Fries and either toast or coleslaw. Make sure to stop in from now until Easter to have this tasty meal. DQ wants to remind you that they carry fish all year long as well. And if you haven't yet, swing by and have their Alaskan fish sandwich. So there you go. Shrimp is back. And make sure you try out their Alaskan fish sandwich as well at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow. Lent season is in full swing at Dairy Queen in the Bow, where happy tastes good.
Is that where Craig's at? Like if he's not, you don't see him at the DQ, he's probably out getting some more fish.
You never know. He might be in Alaska right now, catching fish and making sure it's fresh to send to the DQ.
Well, the good news is he doesn't have to go to Alaska.
Actually, it's warmer in Alaska.
No
He's
kidding.
probably wishing he was there.
No doubt. We'll be back right after these words.
Custer Public Power and Nebraska Public Power District are asking their customers to voluntarily conserve energy. This will help mitigate the risk of potential widespread and longer-lasting outages. You can help by turning your thermostat to 68 degrees and lower at night, closing shades and blinds to reduce heat loss through windows, unplugging non-essential lights and appliances, computers and printers, and more. Custer Public Power thanks you for your help in reducing energy use during these frigid temperatures.
Introducing new Queso Blanco from Taco John's. It amplifies everything on our menu, kind of like a hype man. Melty, cheesy, white cheddar goodness came in dripping with just the right amount of jalapeno heat.
Where my peppers at? Oh, yeah, right here in the queso.
Our Queso Blanco remixes anything, like the Boss Burrito for only $6.
Remix!
Download our app for exclusive deals at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Never enough queso.
Get Lenten savings at the grocery cart in Broken Bow. These prices are good through Easter Sunday. Vandekamp's breaded fish fillets or sticks are $5.48. Orca Bay Ocean Perch fish fillets $4.88. Gorton's breaded shrimp $3.88. Orca Bay tilapia fish fillets $2.98. Kraft tartar or cocktail sauces are only $1.88. And Fridays in the Deli mix or choose just one: fish, shrimp, 2 sides, and a drink for $10.98. Lenten savings are at the grocery cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then try Babbel. Text TRY to 64,000 and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just text TRY to 64,000 to start learning a new language today. That's TRY to 64,000. TRY to 60.
We get it. You're comfortable with the planter you own, and upgrading to newer technology seems complicated. But your stock factory planter isn't capable of creating the picket fence stand that you deserve. And because it isn't, you're losing out on yield and profitability. The worst part is your planter wasn't even designed for your field. It was designed for the average field, which means for average profitability. Who likes average? We don't. Don't let your planter hold you back. If you want to produce the highest yields that lead to the highest profitability, Precision Planting products are designed for your planter and the variation in your fields. Simple to use technology that can maximize your farm. Go to precisionplanting.com/simple for 3 simple changes you need to make on your planter to increase yields and profitability. Achieve your best stands ever with simple to use technology that can maximize your farm. Visit precisionplanting.com/simple or talk to your local Precision Planting Premier dealer to get started today.
9:26 is your time. I was just thinking about your story. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, let's not share that on the air, please.
Yeah. And by the way, I want to apologize to my wife.
Apologize to your wife for what?
Well, yesterday, I forget sometimes that when I embellish here on the breakfast show.
We never do that. You and I just... When we share a story, it is completely factual. No embellishment whatsoever.
Well, I was telling you yesterday that because I was kind of itchy skinned, I thought maybe they were bugs.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned
that. The cat maybe get downstairs. Yeah. And you asked me, well, how often do you wash the bed?
Sheets?
I said, every 3 months or so. She says, Dave, you have to realize people actually might believe that, and it looks bad on me because... Yeah. I said, well...
no. Yeah. It should not look bad on Joan. Dave can take care of his own stuff.
I know.
When it comes to washing the sheets, that's, if Dave's going to sleep down in the basement, then Dave can take care of his own sheets.
Well, at least
that's that's what I think anyway.
Does taking care of mean just bringing them up?
Oh. Well.
I mean.
Well, yeah. And I know Joan well enough to know that if you were to bring the sheets up, she'd take care of them for you.
Yeah.
And she'd probably go downstairs and remake the bed for you, knowing Joan. Or not.
Yes, she will.
Okay.
But, she's right. Sometimes we're just kidding around, we're joking around. And she says,
I know.
Dave, you make it sound like, I don't wash the bedding in the house. I said, well, I'm sorry. I don't think about it that way. I'm just making a kind of a joke. And I forget sometimes that people will believe... after all these years on the breakfast show, sometimes it's hard for them to tell whether we're serious or having fun. And
that's good.
That's kind of the danger because we think everybody knows when we're just kidding or when we're, Now, and I'm not telling you to disregard the alien situation. Please don't. That's very serious. But so we go on here. I also want to apologize to Nancy Ferguson today.
Oh, why is that?
Well. Couple of days ago, we wished Rick Beasler a happy birthday.
Yes,
and I mentioned that Rick was in a picture at the Catholic Church many years ago with kids that I didn't know him, but I knew some of the kids in the picture, like Roger Gaydon, Connie Capps, and Joe Shea. Mm-hmm. And they were going through classes together at the Catholic Church, I expect, for confirmation of some sort. And it was a picture, and they had the father there, and the what do you call them? The assistant, the older kids that helped, the altar boys, and all of that. And I said Nancy Ferguson was in that picture, and she called my wife, and she was laughing about it. She was chuckling, and she said, Dave has forgotten that I was raised in a Baptist family.
Oh, boy. Oh, Dave.
And she said, I think my mother is still turning over in her grave.
Oh, yeah.
Donita Ferguson.
Yes.
Yes. So apologies. I somehow had in my mind that she was in that picture, and Nancy got a big kick out of it. But she said Barney would be happy because he was Catholic.
Oh. Okay.
So it worked out.
There you go.
But Donita would not be happy at all. All right. Let's talk a little bit about being thirsty on a Thursday.
Okay.
So you can sip and shop. Certainly not till you drop, but you can do that at a really cool store.
Yeah, if you look at the calendar, this week is going to be the third Thursday of the month, and every third Thursday they do something special at Rustic and Red in Cozad. It's what they call their Sip and Shop. Now, Valentine's Day may be over, but that doesn't change the fact that they love their customers at Rustic and Red. So come on in and enjoy Sip and Shop this Thursday. The sipping starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, goes till 7, but the discounts go on all day long. And they'll be open from 10 until 7 this Thursday at Rustic and Red in Cozad. So make it a girls' night out, a date night, or just come and browse while enjoying a signature cocktail. There will be in-store specials all day long. We encourage you to follow them on Facebook at Rustic and Red to stay up to date with all their new arrivals and all of the third Thursday details.
Oh, this just in from Michael Davis. Come on down, guys. Highs today are in the 70s.
Oh.
And I can take you to some fun places where you can eat shrimp and do some swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Now, for those of you who tune into the show, you hear us reference our friend Michael Davis. I just think this is one of the coolest stories there is. Michael discovered us, I think, listening on the internet.
Yes.
Just kind of discovered our radio station, started listening. Michael's got Nebraska ties, so yeah, familiar